The first time I met Mary in person was in the summer of 2007. Her husband Terrence set the date up. In the beginning, Mary agreed. I was just an experienced writer searching for ideas for a novel. When I got to their house, I couldn't see Mary. She had locked herself up in her room. Terrence and I stood in front of the room's door. She talked and I took notes. Even though I couldn't see her, I knew she was crying. Mary talked without making any sense about her horrible nightmares. I decided to leave. I didn't want to bother her. Her story was very tough. In 1992, she was working as a software developer for an important company. That was the year she found the image smile.jpg and her life changed forever. Mary was one of the 400 people that saw the picture, but she was the only one who talked openly about the experience. After the event, she could barely leave her house and she had to quit her job. It was in 2005 that I found out about the existence of this picture through internet forums that talked about paranormal cases. Lots of people knew Smile.dog existed, the creature that supposedly appeared in the Smile.jpg picture. Mary was the most mentioned victim in all conversations. The other people affected have remained anonymous. Or maybe they disappeared. Actually, there was no credible information. All the phenomenon was focused on a picture that can't be found anywhere. Though there were many imitations and fake copies around in forums and through chain emails. Witnesses stated that once you see it, you suffer immediately a sudden epilepsy attack and a severe anxiety. All the supposed victims gave the same description of the picture, a creature that looked like a husky in a dark room lit only by the flash of the camera. The only detail they could see clearly in the background is a human hand. The hand isn't holding anything, but it seems alive. The dog has shiny eyes and a big gloomy smile, showing 2 rows of teeth, very white, very straight, very perfect. You see it, you suffer an epileptic attack and you never forget it. The dog comes to the dreams of the victims that have seen the original picture until their final days. After the failed interview with Mary, I decided to keep researching, but everything led me to a dead-end street. A year after, I received an email from Mary that got me totally by surprise. I'm sorry about my behavior last summer. See, I've had nightmares about a Smile.dog every night for 15 years. I know this might sound absurd, but it is the truth. In my dream, I can't move. I can't talk. I only look in front of me, and the only thing I see is that scene in the picture. I see that hand, and I see that dog. He tells me something. He tells me I have to share his word, show his picture. I didn't understand it. Where was I to get it from? Soon after, I got a floppy disk in a mysterious package. I didn't need to see what was inside. I already knew. I considered my options carefully. Who should I show it to? If that Smile.dog was faithful to his word, I would sleep peacefully again. But at what price? What would the consequences be for those people that saw it? I decided not to do anything. For 15 years, I hid the floppy disk. All these years, Smile.dog invaded my dreams. I ignored it. I ignored his request and it's been a torture. When we set up the interview, I thought about giving you the floppy disk. I didn't know you, and you were so desperate to know more about Smile.dog. But I saw you arrive through the window, and I couldn't. I locked myself up in my room. I don't want anyone to suffer as I'm suffering. Please, stop your research before it's too late. Sincerely, Mary. Mary died not long after I received that email. I talked to Terrence, her husband, and he told me he had burned the floppy disk. He said that while it was melting, it sounded as if it was growling, as an animal. I have to admit, I wasn't very sure how to react to all this. In the beginning, I thought it could be a practical joke, but just in case, I decided to stop my research. Soon after, I received another email. Hi, I found your emails in forums about the Smile Dog. I saw it, and it's not as bad as people say. Here's a copy. Spread the word. I was paralyzed. I felt I was going to pass out. The email came with a document attached, of course, named Smile.jpg. I thought about downloading it. it was probably a fake picture. And even if it was true, how was it even possible that a simple picture could cause a curse? I really wanted to see it. I'd been searching for it for so long. If I saw it, I would know how to get rid of the dog. I thought that if I made a video about a smile.dog, I could use the picture as evidence. Anybody who saw the video could see the forbidden picture. But assuming the picture is authentic, was I really gonna risk all those lives only to save myself? Could I do such a thing? Yes, I could.